Welcome back to another episode of the Post Game. I am your host, Davion, and today I am joined with my boy Elijah.
Ela and YC, you already know we back in the building.
Yeah, we have another new episode for y'all this week. But before we start, Elijah, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Can't complain. Kind of sad because we missing two of our people, but it's cool. It's good. We're gonna get it through. We're gonna, yeah.
Yeah, sending our love and misses to my boy Freddie and Matt. Hopefully we'll get them back on next week.
All right. Shout
Um,
out to them boys. How are
yeah,
you though?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good for the most part. Saints won this week, so that's not bad. But
Hmm.
other than that, yeah, I'm chilling. I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm doing good. But yeah, so firstly, we're gonna start off by talking about, week 7 of the NFL season, giving our not predictions, our opinions about all the
Just
games that
recap.
happened. Yeah, just a recap for this past week. And the first game we're gonna start off with are the Browns and the Broncos. This game, Thursday night games have been relatively good for this season so far, but no, this one was pretty bad. Browns came in with like their backup quarterback in. Uh, their running game was their running backs are out as well. This is
Hmm.
a game that the Broncos should have won. But it was just really poor to see how the Broncos came out and played. I'm very disappointed in them.
Teddy, Teddy,
Very
Teddy
disappointed in
didn't do
Teddy.
good. Yeah.
They honestly should have beaten the Browns this game, and this was one of their games that they could have gotten over on the Browns because the Browns was so hurt and so battered up.
Hmm.
But yeah, Elijah, how do you feel about this game?
I don't got too much to say. I did say I was gonna go for the Browns, but that was due to them, like, they still got the receiving core. They run it, even though they running backs is like their strongest strength and like core and key to their offense, but they still have good receivers that you can't like forget about.
Yeah,
They backup quarterback, what's his name, Keenum,
Case
Case Keenum.
Keenum, yeah.
Um, you know, wasn't a bad game, but it wasn't a great game for him. You are going against the Broncos defense, so it's understandable, but he didn't do too bad, and one tub gave Browns the win. So
I think it really shows that even if you do start 3-0 like the Broncos or like the Panthers did, it's very easy for your season to be flipped. And now they're 3-4, and so
I
it's
mean, we
like,
did say they was one of the worst 3-0 teams, though. So
I mean, yeah, because they didn't play anybody. They played Houston, they played the Jets, and they just didn't play well. And so now, them being being down. Well, I mean, now they're what, 3-4 after starting off the season. They've lost 4 straight, and so I don't know. The Broncos season's over. I thought their defense was going to be good enough this season, but they failed to do that. I know Jared Judy will be back this week to play, which is it's going to be a big addition for Teddy Bridgewater, but
I do want to
it's
point out something,
they
though.
still need to get it back in there. Yeah,
Um, Even though Browns was out, they did have Johnson, Dearness Johnson, showing up. Man
yeah,
had
he had
146 yards in one time, so
yeah he had a
it's
really
not
good
bad. It's not bad.
he had a really good. I'm not gonna lie, he had a really good he had a really good week. Um, but to me, it's like if the Browns, I mean, for the Broncos, I'm still harping on, like, it's just disappointing to see them like lose to this Browns team. A backup, like their third backup running back. Odell didn't have a good game. I know he went out hurt. Julius, like Javar Landry had a rough
Jarvis
game.
Landry.
Yes, help me, please. Had a rough game, and like it was worse. It should have been better. It should have
It
been
just
better
wasn't a
for
good game, just in general. It was just
yeah.
like more like a defensive game because
Yeah.
Browns got defense. They defense improved a lot. Like they actually pretty good. And then the Broncos defense as well. It's just the Broncos offense. They don't have a good offensive core. The offense is not their strength, and not
Yeah.
like it ain't gonna like help them put away the games because Broncos do get their stops. Like it's times where a lot of teams will turn over the ball, but Broncos cannot just, commit on offense or like turn those turnovers into like points on their end. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know. But moving on from the Broncos and the Browns because I mean it was just a questionable Thursday night game. And we're gonna
Yeah.
move on to a very funny game this week.
Oh
We have
Lord,
the
I wish they
Carolina
was here.
Panthers
This is what we
and the
need Matt and
Giants.
Freddie for. Oh my gosh, what is going on with the Panthers? What is their problem? I don't understand their problem. And like I said, I knew the Giants was gonna win, but like, come on now. Like, I had faith in this 3-0 team. And it's
Mm,
like now I'm just like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what it is. It's like they lost one of their key players, and it's just like they don't have nobody to like back that up. Like that's
yeah,
the problem with the Panthers. They overuse Christian McCaffrey so much that they don't even have like a good formation to go with when he's not there or when he's hurt or like good plays to run and like people to have backup when they start players out. So yeah, I don't know. I can't say too much for the Panthers. They're not my team. I want to hear their opinion on it though, because I don't know. They just bad to me. And I
yeah.
can't say it's their defense. We can't always keep blaming Sam Donald now. Because I've
Yeah.
been hearing a lot of people blaming him, and it's like, it's not him, though. It's not.
With me, I I think this team is I don't know what happened. Like you start off 3-0, um, with a really good performance 3-0 as well. Like it's not a 3-0, it's like a bad like you start off this season 3-0 looking like one of the top teams in the NFL. CMC goes down, and now you're looking at like, okay, our entire offense and defense are gone. Like explain to me like why, because one player goes down, you wrap your entire like playbook, your entire offense is surrounded by one man. Like that doesn't make sense to me. And for the Carolina Panthers to sit here and like, only score 3 points out of the entire game because their 3 points that they scored this week was on their first opening drive. And so for them to only score 3 points in their entire game, that's poor. With weapons like DJ Moore, with Chuba Hubbard. Like let's be honest, Chuba Hubbard's a good running back. He's going to be good in this league.
Yeah.
Robbie Anderson can't catch, but he's still a big name that's on this team. And so,
It's just they dropping balls. They just dropping them.
and it just doesn't make sense to me. It's like Sam Darnold isn't being protected. Like their offensive line is terrible as well. And so for them to score 3 points against the New York Giants, let's be real. The Giants have 2 wins. They beat my Saints, who were just disappointing. It was just a disappointing loss. And then they also beat now the Carolina Panthers. It's like they only have 2 wins.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happened to the Carolina Panthers defense. It's like I know that Shaq Thompson is out. I know he's a big leader and a big role to that defense, but at the same time, they have shut out so many different offenses. But they've shut out so many offenses, and now they can't stop a limitless, and a Giants team that are out 3 of their star receivers.
Mm-hmm. A lot of injuries on the Giants.
Saquon's out.
Yep.
Sterling Shepard's out.
Yep.
Like, I don't understand what's going on with this Carolina Panthers team. I think for me, their season's over because I don't think they'll bounce back. Because
Oh,
I mean,
whoa! You
now.
pushing it there?
No, I think they're done
So you think they done for?
because CMC's going to be out for another 3 weeks at least. I think that's what I saw. Um, for another 3 weeks, and like, there's not much. There's not much to go off of.
I mean, if they don't just start picking it up now, then yeah.
I mean,
If
how are
they
they going
lose,
to?
all they need to lose is like if they lose like 2 or 3 more games, I think their season over.
And I blame coaching as well.
Yeah.
Like Joe Brady, I don't know what he's done. Like for them to have that offense and only score 3 points the entire football game, like that offense is so limited because of one man being out. Like that doesn't make sense to me. That has to be better. That has to be better for that team.
They got to pick it up.
Um, but like just for me, like that's it. Like that's I don't understand what's wrong with the Carolina Panthers right now. And I really do wish Freddie and Matt was here to tell us what's wrong with the Carolina Panthers. But they're not. And so I guess we're gonna have to move on to the next game.
We just express our opinion on it.
Yeah,
On
we'll
the
just talk
next
about
game.
we'll move on to the
Yeah.
next game, which was the Jets and the New England Patriots. Patriots put up 54 points this week. Man,
Okay, Patriots. Okay, I see y'all.
granted,
Patriots
it
been
is
doing good in the past games, even though they've been losing.
yeah,
Like they've been like close with a lot of good teams that you expect them to like lose by a lot by. So they've been keeping up the competition. I'll give them that.
yeah.
And
Granted,
Mac Jones is nice. Mac Jones,
yeah. I mean, he arguably could be the
that
MVP.
man there,
Yeah,
that man there.
but let's look at Mac Jones' number. He went 24 for 36, which is very nice numbers. Like
100 yards.
66%, 307 yards, 2 touchdowns. And he got pulled because they were blowing him out.
Yeah,
Zach
yeah.
Wilson did go down. I saw Zach Wilson went down with an injury. He'll be off like 3 to 5 weeks. So they just signed Joe Flacco. So I think he'll probably come in and start for them from the Eagles. But I don't know. I think this Jets team, they're just bad.
They terrible.
They're just the Jets.
Yeah,
They're bad.
yeah.
Um,
We never liked Jets. I don't never claim Jets as a New York team. I claim our Giants.
that's hilarious.
They terrible.
Yeah, but honestly, like all kudos to Mac Jones, man. Like
Yeah.
he's arguably been, a top. He arguably can be the
He's new
rookie.
Belichick quarterback, pretty much.
Yeah, he could be the. I mean, I think now they're figuring out what they need and they're figuring out how they need to play and they're playing well. They're a couple positions off of
I could say this though. He's Belichick new Brady, but he's not. I wouldn't say he will be better than Brady. Let me say that.
I think the comparison for him to Brady needs to stop. Just because like you can't put that much, you can't give that man like shoes that big to fill. Brady is
That's
the
what they're
GOAT.
expecting though. They want to expect that because
Yes.
Brady's been with the Patriots for so long,
Yeah.
and Patriots has been this great team for so long that now that they lose their best GOAT, he just everything. Brady just everything. They lose their number one quarterback, and it's just like now they trying to fill that hole in, and it's like, of course they're gonna put that pressure on Mac Jones, especially the Patriots fans. They want to put that pressure on him because they want who they were so used to, and like being that team who they was used to back in the days. So like that's why a lot of pressure is on Mac Jones, and I understand where you're coming from. Like they need to leave it alone, but he do have to pick it up. Like you have to show that like this Patriots team would never be a bad team. So
yeah,
yeah,
I get that. I really do. And I think that is because, and honestly, let's be real. Like Mac Jones is playing really well. He is playing well. I think because it's his first season, like you can't really start comparing him to anybody because he still needs to find his own. And that Patriots team still needs to, get better. And they will get better because they have a great head coach and they have a great head coach and Bill Belichick. But like that's a big win for them, 54-13. Like I would say that pushes them in the right. That pushes them in the right direction, in my opinion. Like that pushes them in the direction of okay, we know we can win games and we can do well, and so that's what they're doing. And for me, I don't know, but Mac Jones looked good. Zach Wilson got hurt. So yeah, like I said, he will be out for like 3 to 4 weeks. I think I saw. Which is a bummer for him. Really do hope he can come back and make a speedy recovery. But yeah, anything else you got on that game?
Nah, not too much.
All righty. I'm gonna move on to a very interesting game here. Chiefs and the Tennessee Titans.
I gotta say it. I just gotta say it. I know it's bold, but I'm gonna just be honest. I'm gonna be brutally honest. It's just my opinion, just how I feel. The Chiefs would never be a Super Bowl team.
Whoa!
If they don't fix that defense, I'm being honest. If they don't do something with the defense, they O line, they just not gonna be. They're not gonna get to the Super Bowl. They just not.
What do you mean by never? What do you define that word for me?
What I mean by Well, that's harsh. I won't say never. This year, they not.
Okay.
Too many talented team this year. And for them to just be playing like this, and it's like they just not. It's just too many good teams for them to not like make it to the Super Bowl. I feel like they're not gonna make it this year. They just not. If they don't fix it, they not.
Yeah. Okay. So let me start by saying this Chiefs team is in a world of like problems. Um, from the offensive line, from the entire defense, the entire thing. Just being this entire defense is bad.
Tired. Need to get thrown away, get some new roster, get some new drafts, some new pickups, some trades. They need everything to fix that
but
defense.
but let's be real. What the Chiefs did do this week is they did limit Derrick Henry. But at the same time, for them blitzing and limiting Derrick Henry, they
All
had
that blitz,
they had AJ Brown and Julio
exactly,
Jones going off.
exactly.
Because Ryan Tannehill went 11 for 11 in like the first half. Finished the game 21 for 27, which is fantastic. 270 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, which isn't terrible. Derrick Henry threw a touchdown, which is pretty funny to see. But AJ
On the
Brown,
Chiefs defense, that's how bad Chiefs
yeah.
defense are.
I mean, but
Come
AJ
on
Brown
now.
went for 133 yards, 1 touchdown. Like the Chiefs, the problem with the Chiefs is that they need, and the problem with the Chiefs offense, because we've seen the Chiefs go down multiple times, and we've seen them go down and pick it back up after halftime or pick it back up and score points. But the problem with Patrick Mahomes right now is that he is overcompensating and he is trying to do things that he's never done, which is force force the ball down the field and step outside of his box. Because let's be honest, like Patrick Mahomes is a really good quarterback, one of the best in the league right now. But his defense is so bad that he's on the field so many times. But at the same time, he needs to not. He needs to learn that he can still do what he does well and not overcompensate for the football. Like not fumble the football, not running the ball, not throwing the pick. Like he needs to understand that he, still is Patrick Mahomes and he still does have that high-powered offense, but he needs to keep it simple and go back to the basics because right now they scored 3 points on the Tennessee Titans, which don't
Can't
have.
go back.
Let's be
You
real.
can't go back to the bases with the offensive line though. The offensive line is also killing
I'm,
him.
I get that, but at the same time, like you still have Tyreek Hill, you still have me too. You still have Pringle. Travis Kelce is a top tight end in the league. Like you still have weapons that you can use, but I just don't know what they're doing. Like their offensive line is that bad, yes. But at the same time, you need to do something. They didn't score points until the third quarter. This high-powered Chiefs offense.
Get people open and see what he can do and what's his options, which I agree with you. He do need to take his time and, go back to the basics. But it's like, how can you if it's like you getting pressure a lot and then you always on the field every time? You always on the field because defense not doing what they doing and they getting scored on pretty much most of the time. So it's like he can't get a break and relax and think what he can do.
I get that. I do. But listen, I don't know. I just don't know, like if this Chiefs team can do it like right now
All right.
because
I'm telling you, that's my bold prediction. Write it down. They not making it to the Super Bowl. They not this year. That's just me.
I get
I'm
it.
sorry, the Chiefs. I like the Chiefs, but they not making it. They just not.
But that's completely understandable because of what they are, because of what they look like. I mean, look. They just got blown out by the Tennessee Titans, whose defense, like I said, isn't the best. And it's
That's
just,
true.
I don't know. It's just sad to see this team like go from being one of the best in the league to crumbling very fast. I really do wish. I know Patrick went down with a concussion, but he passed protocol, so hopefully he can play next week. But he's just been out of it, man. He's just been out of it.
Yeah. And the thing
Um,
I can say is like, okay, cool. Kudos to Chiefs stopping Derrick Henry, but you got to understand, like,
yep.
they also have the wide receivers now. They got a good core, wide receiver core. So, they got AJ Brown, Julio Jones. They got who else I know they got that I like. I like Josh Reynolds, but that's it. But other than that, like they have the wide receivers too. So, Ryan Tannehill, of course, y'all expect him to, run it a lot, but he could throw that thing too if he got to now.
He can very well too.
Exactly. So let's not forget. Even though he did do bad at first, I am gonna point this out. He did do bad his first game and then teed me off. But I'm gonna let him slide because he been showing up now. So yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. Listen. This Titans teams look really good. So not even taking anything from them.
Yeah.
They look like a good team. They look very sound and complete. Very interesting to see how far they can go and take it this season. Derrick Henry is just a beast, even though he only had 86 yards. But they don't need Derrick Henry to go for 180 yards every week because Ryan Hill can still throw the ball and he can still throw it pretty well. And so, in my opinion, I don't know. I think both of these
Derrick Henry too, apparently.
I do think the Chiefs are almost in a world of hurt if they don't figure out what they need to do. Like if they lose to the Giants or if this game is close against the Giants this week, this is a problem. They will be in trouble then. But, until then, we'll still talk about, well, your bold prediction that they won't make it, but I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what happens. But yeah, moving on to the Falcons and the Dolphins. Not the Falcons.
The Washington and Packers.
There we go. The Washington football team and the Packers.
Well, I already know my Packers are going to win. I don't got too much to say about that. Rodgers did good. 3 tubs, 274 yards. Adams got a touchdown. I do want to point out Robert Tonyan. Good tight end. I like him.
Yeah.
And Lazar. But, that's all I got much to say. I already knew the Packers were going to win that game. Washington, Washington is just Washington. Let me say that.
Listen, Washington has been my biggest. They have been the biggest team that surprised me this season. Going into this season, I thought their defense was going to be top in the league.
I agree. That's pretty much everybody though.
But I don't know what happened. I don't know who. I just don't know what happened. I mean, they brought everybody back, but they just haven't been performing. They haven't been good. They haven't, been able to play well. But I do want to say, Terry McLaurin looks really good. Him and Taylor Heineke. But that defense is keeping them on the field, and they're struggling with it. Packers, Aaron Rodgers looks good, of course. Like you said, 274, 3 tubs. Like, good for him, I guess. But it is interesting to see that next week, their 2 star receivers are out. If you want to touch on that. And Devontae Adams.
We touch on that on predictions. That's why I didn't on it, yeah. Because I was going to say something about it, but I'm going to wait till predictions are really
yeah, I mean, we'll just talk about that then. But yeah, the Packers could be a team to look out for.
You just got to fix the defense,
Yeah.
Our defense be selling us. I talk so much crap about the Saints when it comes to postseason defense, but like our postseason defense is terrible too.
Yeah.
But don't get me started about last year because I feel like we got sold, but we ain't gonna talk about it. I feel like they wasn't. I feel like the rest wasn't. They was blind.
Here we go. We're talking about referees from the last season. Anyway, but yeah, I do think this Washington football team needs. I don't know what they need. I think they need to figure out where their defense went from last season.
So it went from them needing a new quarterback to now, what, new defense core? Like what you think?
I like their quarterback. I do. I think Taylor Heineke is good. Do I think he can lead that franchise? I don't know about that. No. But I do think he is good. Like I said, they need their defense to figure out what the problem is because that's the big problem right now for them. I think that's their number one problem because Ron Rivera is a more defensive coach. I think he needs to figure out like what happened to his defense. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much Washington's problem and their name. They need a name.
Washington team football, right?
But the Packers, yeah, Aaron Rodgers, they're clicking right now, man. That team is so good. They are clicking on all cylinders. Um, but yeah, that's all I got for them. We could talk about move on, and we could talk about the Falcons and the Dolphins.
I don't
What
have too
a
much to say about this game, so yeah,
wow, that's it. Just
I'm leaving it up to you. Matt Ryan, he's still bad to me, and Dolphins, they still terrible to me too. So yeah.
so I got a friend of mine who's a Falcons fan, and he told me we have made a bet that that the Falcons were gonna make it to the playoffs this season.
Whoa,
Um,
whoa,
I don't understand what he was thinking. Uh,
yeah.
it honestly
Did he look
did.
at his division? I don't think he looked at it.
He said he did. He
I
said
don't
that
think he
he
looked
could
at
put.
that.
I mean, Matt Ryan looked good, minus the 2 picks. Um, he went 32 for 40, which is great numbers for him. 291 yards, 4 touchdowns. Oh no, this is Tua. This is Tua. Excuse me. Tua looked good. Um, 32 for 40, 291, 4 tubs, 2 picks. Um, they could have won this game. Unlucky for the Dolphins for not being able to shut this one out. But yeah, Matt Ryan, Matt Ryan is Matt Ryan. Kyle Pitts looked good. 7 receptions, 162
Traumatized. That's
yards.
what's wrong. That's what's wrong with him.
Who that?
I said Matt Ryan traumatized. That's what's wrong with him.
Talking about from that Super Bowl still. I mean, they put the game away, thankfully.
Hey, listen. They haven't been the same. Falcons haven't been the same
They have it.
since.
Um,
And it's not like they had people still, and they still
yeah,
was just losing hella games. I don't know.
yeah. But I think they're figuring out how like Matt Ryan's figuring out the connection with him and Kyle Pitts have,
Yeah,
and they're clicking right now. They look
I
really
blame
good.
Dan Quinn too.
Yeah,
I'm glad he gone. He gotta go. He gotta
yeah.
go. It
Um,
was kind of bad for the Falcons. It was kind of getting like a rotten egg now. It was starting to get spoiled. Like
I
his
think
play calls and everything was just not working no more.
I think they're in the process of rebuilding. Because I don't think they know what they. I don't think they have a connection, not connection. I don't think they have a culture that they know about yet.
Right.
Um,
That works with them.
yeah,
So
I don't know what Miami's doing. They came into the league this season supposed to be, one of the top teams,
a
but I know
predictable team to
yeah,
make
they're
playoffs,
very
but
inconsistent. I know Tua's been out for a chunk of this season. Um, I know a lot of trade rumors have gone around saying that they're looking at Deshaun Watson before the trade deadline next week. I know next week on the podcast we have a trade deadline special because we record the podcast on Tuesdays, and I think the deadline ends at like 4 o'clock on Tuesday. So we'll be covering all of the trades live next week.
mhm,
Um, but yeah, man, I don't know I don't know what the Falcons are doing. I don't know what these two teams are doing.
both of
Uh,
them.
I don't know. Miami just really needs to figure out what they had and bring it back because let's be real, like this 1-6 right now just isn't good for Miami. Especially having all of the high hopes that they had during this offseason. But yeah, gonna move on to the Bengals
This
and the
disappointment
Ravens.
game.
See,
Disappointing.
I was the only person who called this game. And I was the only person who said this game was gonna happen.
It's the only game I lost, so
Bengals and the Ravens. I love this game because I called the Bengals were going to win. Joe Burrow right now is just playing. He's playing too well. And their
no,
defense,
his wide receiver played terrific.
yeah,
He
201
doing
yards,
good.
1 touchdown. I knew their defense is playing well too, shutting down Lamar Jackson.
Fantastic.
Shutting down Lamar Jackson, and limiting them to like only 17 points after that. That offense have been really high powered, and scoring a lot of points. I think the Bengals are a team to be reckoned with. I think Joe Burrow and company are leading that team to like a deep playoff run, and I think I'm very interested and excited to see how it really pans out. It's crazy to me
Mhm.
that
I have a question.
yeah,
Not a question. I just want to point something out and just say something. Like last year before Jamar Chase got there, they used
yeah,
to always focus on Joe Mixon. He was the receiver and he was the running back.
yeah,
Now it's like they slowing down on him, and now that they got a receiver that could catch and like make plays and get touchdowns with him, It's like they slowly using Joe Mixon, but they can get Joe Mixon in the game now if they want to. So Bengals are a pretty good team. They improved a lot. I can say that.
Yeah. What was the question?
I said I didn't have a question. I was just pointing
Oh,
something. If you don't
oh.
listen,
Well, you said okay.
I didn't mean to
Anyways,
say a question.
yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
I think I think the connection with Joe Burrow and Jamari Chase really benefited from college because they both went to the University of LSU, and I
Yep.
think it really benefited that. So now Joe Burrow knows, and they both understand and know like exactly what they want from each other, and that's what makes them to a good, partnership because
Mm-hmm.
they are they're playing at an elite level right now, and
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, showing he had 200 yards in 3 quarters, like that's incredible. But yeah, Lamar, I think this is a rough game for uh for the Ravens. Like
Mm-hmm.
Lamar, I don't think Lamar has really. I'm not gonna say he hasn't really showed, but about 50%. He was a little less than 50% passing. Ran for 88 yards and 12 carries. I don't know. I think they'll bounce back next week, for sure. But
Oh yeah.
I don't think this is one that they should really stress about. I do think the Bengals are a really good team though, and they shouldn't be taken as an easy team anymore, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah. Agree.
But yeah, next game we have the Lions and the
I said
Rams.
0-7. I said it. I said it. I said it. I said it.
I mean,
Oh, I don't got too much to say on that game either. So
it's the Lions though.
yeah,
Yeah,
Jared Goff really
you
two
know,
interceptions.
Freddie's favorite person is Jared Goff. He loves him.
Yeah, we know he love him. Just
Matthew
like Trevor
Stafford though.
Lawrence, your favorite too.
They have a bye week this week.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to talk about Trevor this week. See, um, in my opinion, listen, I do think the Rams are the real deal. They're playing really well right now. Being 6-1, only team beating the Patriots. Oh, the Patriots because of Tom Brady. The Buccaneers, the only team beating the Buccaneers. I don't. Matthew Stafford went 28 for 41, 334, 3 touchdowns, which are good numbers for him. Uh, Cooper Kupp, which is the best receiver in the league right now,
Mm-hmm.
156 yards, 2 touchdowns. Like he's playing lights out this season for the Lions. I meant for the Rams, and so I don't know. This team is
Question:
still
do you
up
think was it because of the quarterback
for
or
Cooper Kupp being good.
yes? Because he been with the Rams for a minute now. So
He played. I mean, he played well last. I mean, he's always been well, but he's just putting up like best receiver in the league numbers this season.
because to me before I used to look at Robert Woods over Cooper.
Yeah, but Cooper. Yeah, I mean, both of them are really good running backs. Running backs, really good receivers. I think this season, Matthew Stafford just loves the field for Cooper Kupp, and Cooper
Like
Kupp is
Cup,
all.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
he's just
They
always
got
there.
that. They got
Yeah,
that bond, that chemistry already.
yeah. And, I mean, and you see it. I mean, Cooper Kupp is almost average like 110 yards per game, and so I don't know. I like him. I do. He's on my fantasy team too. So he got me 37 points this week, which is nuts for a receiver. But yeah, like I said, this Rams team can go deep in the playoffs. Their defense, I didn't even talk about their defense yet. Their defense is really good. I don't know. They are just playing lights out right now.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I think their only loss is to the Cardinals, which is the only undefeated team in the league. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean that's not anything to be mad about. I do
Yeah.
like I don't know. I think the Lions are just a couple seasons off of being decent. Um,
No, they terrible.
yeah, they are really bad though. Not even gonna lie, they are really bad. Not bad.
I think they worse from last year.
Oh yeah, I would be surprised if they win a game.
You say you wouldn't be surprised if they don't?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be surprised if they would win a game.
I mean, I wouldn't either. I agree with you.
At the end of the day, it is the Lions, and they are bad.
They got Freddie favorite quarterback on there, so you already know how that is.
Exactly. Freddie cursed his team, man. But yeah, next game we're gonna talk about is the Eagles and the Raiders.
I don't have too much to say on that either.
I So this game, I think the Eagles have lost it.
Oh yeah,
They don't run the
agreed.
ball. Miles Sanders is hurt. You know,
Their quarterback, they running back. That's sad.
like Jalen Hurts can only do so much. Coaching is bad. There's nothing good to say about the Eagles at this point. Maybe.
So, question though. Now, this is a question. Listen.
What's
So before you were saying that it was like Jalen Hurts and he need to get traded. It's his fault.
whoa,
So do you
whoa,
still think
whoa?
it's on Jalen? No, you was saying that
No,
before.
I
You were
was
saying
not. I never said he should be traded.
no. You were saying that when I was saying that Jalen Hurts is not bad. He's doing what he can do. You was saying like, yeah, but he's not. You was saying he's not producing more. And it's like, what do you expect to want more from him?
No. So what's your question?
My question is, do you think it's Jalen Hurts?
No, I never said it was Jalen Hurts. I think it's the team.
Okay.
It's 100% the team. Their team is just bad. Like they have no offense. Um, they have no defense, and they are just struggling to be. They're just struggling to win games and to even perform. Um, I don't know. I really just don't understand what they are doing. Like either they're rebuilding or they're trying to contend. Like
They definitely not rebuilding because
I mean that doesn't make sense to me. I think they are rebuilding though. It has to be because look, also like what, like they're 2-5.
rebuilding. Well, they need to do something on that drive or something on
Yeah,
a trade deadline. They need to do something because they need to get a running back for one,
yeah.
and they need to get some more like wide receiver and another tight end because they lost Zach Ertz.
I
Not
mean,
to say he was like the best, but he was one of their star tight ends. So
yeah. I mean, they got Dallas Gilbert, who was pretty good too, though.
yeah, but he's injured, right?
No, he's back. He was on COVID leave. He's back this week. He's just back this week.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, like even we used to talk about like the Raiders. Like the Raiders are like a really good team now that Gruden's gone. I think they've won both their last two,
Yeah, they
or
did.
maybe their last three or four actually. They look good though, and I don't know. I don't know what the Raiders are going to do. I don't know if they're going to go far or if they're going to be, the team to beat.
I'll say
Um,
play. I'll say probably like I'll give them a playoff. First
I
round.
think,
I'm gonna
yeah,
just say first round. I'm gonna just say first round. First
I mean,
round, then they might not. It depends who they play.
yeah, I think they're good. I'm sure they'll get a wild card or at least
That's what I
a
said, wild
playoff.
card. But
They'll get a
then
playoff appearance.
again, I give them. I give them first round.
Yeah. Because what? I mean, it's the Raiders. Derek Carr, man, he was. These are some nice numbers, man. 31 for 34, only missing three
Mm-hmm.
passes all game.
Yep.
323, two touchdowns, one pick. Like those are
But he
good
made up for
numbers,
that
man.
pick. So
I mean, those are good numbers. It's rare that you see a quarterback almost is shooting over 90% passing. Um, but yeah, this team could do it. They're all involved. Like he's spreading the ball to everybody.
which it need to be like that for
Yeah,
teams.
and they're playing well. Their defense is playing well, only holding the Eagles 22 points, but they are, and that's only because the game was over and they took their foot off the gas.
They don't got to worry about overusing one player.
Yeah,
Having their whole plays against that one player.
I
But
don't know. It
yeah,
just
Raiders
doesn't.
is a solid team. They're a solid team.
Yeah, they are. They are a team that shouldn't be easily put on the schedule. Like they shouldn't be an easy win. They are a team that should be to reckon with right
But
now.
they're gonna give you a challenge.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, moving on. The next game we're going to talk about is the Texans and the Cardinals. So this
We
game,
already know about this game. I don't got nothing else to say.
I,
Cardinals, yeah,
Cardinals are
undefeated.
the real deal. They're
Undefeated still.
7-0.
Would you?
Blew out the
I have a
Texans.
question. This is a
Yeah.
question. Can you think they could compete with the Buccaneers with Tom
Yes.
Brady now?
Yes,
Oh,
for
okay.
sure. I think
Okay.
they could beat the Buccaneers.
Okay. I
Only because
like that.
their defense is really good.
Oh yeah, their defense are
And
good
their
this year.
offense is clicking. Like their offense is clicking on all cylinders right now.
Bruh, they got Zach Ertz, AJ Green, DeAndre Hopkins, fucking Christian Kirk. They got people.
They have a team that they got a
They
squad.
running back, he decent too. They got two good running backs. They got Chase Ummons, James Conner.
Yeah.
Like, come on now.
I mean,
They got people.
Kyler this week as well, man. 28 for 20. I mean, 20 for 28, 261 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. Like they played well. They are playing really well right now.
Yeah, I know them Cardinals fans happy right now. I know this one Cardinal fan. You know, his team was bad. And I used to talk a lot of shit, but now his team good. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. They're playing well, man. And I listen.
I remember the Alex Smith Cardinals.
Oh lordy, unlucky for the Texans having to play a really good Cardinals team right now. I like Davis Mills. I really do. I'm not gonna lie. He looks like he could be a complete quarterback. But I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm excited to see how this Cardinals team looks, man. As long as they don't have to play the Saints, I'm chilling. I'm fine. But other than that, yeah, I like this Cardinals team. There's not much to talk about. Their defense, their offense, JJ Watt, they're all playing well, man. They all playing the way they should right now. And so I don't know, it's gonna be a quick one, but yeah, I mean the undefeated teams are really easy to talk about because there's nothing but praise to be handed out. But yeah, the next game we're gonna move on to talk about the Bears and the Buccaneers. Same with this team. Buccaneers, man, they are clicking on all cylinders as well. Tom Brady isn't aging. Justin Fields, though, man, he threw 3 picks. Granted, they did play a really good Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense, but they are it's. I think Matt Nagy needs to be gone from Chicago. I know he's on COVID leave this week. But yeah, Matt Nagy is just a terrible head coach. He doesn't know what he's doing with the weapons that he have. The idea that Allen Robinson, their number one receiver, has 2 receptions with 4 targets this past week is poor. Yeah, Tom Brady though, 4 touchdowns, 221 yards. Not bad at all. Elijah, how do you feel about this game?
No, I was okay. I wasn't paying attention because I fucked up on. Oh, excuse my language. I messed up on something, and I was still trying to think. I meant to say I remember the Cardinals when they had Carson Palmer. So please forgive me, people.
Who'd
It
you
was
say?
Carson Palmer. I said Alex Smith. I meant to say Carson Palmer.
Ah,
So I
yeah.
was. That's why I was quiet because I was thinking. I was like, no, it wasn't Alex Smith. What was that white guy? What was that guy name? And I was
That
like,
white dude name.
Carson Palmer. Okay,
Yeah.
boom. So, yeah, that's what I remember. I remember those type of Cardinals. But anyways, the Bucks and the Bears. I don't have nothing much to say. Bucks still looking good. Bucks is a good team. They got Brady. They got everybody. So yeah,
Yeah.
I don't got nothing
Buccaneers,
much to say.
they know what they're doing. I'm
Yes,
not.
they still need to get rid of that coach. And yeah,
The Buccaneers play the Saints this week. Yeah, not even gonna watch
ooh,
any
good
football this week.
luck.
Not
Good
gonna watch.
luck.
Not gonna watch any football this week. Let's just be real.
Are you not watching that? You not watching the
No, not
game?
watching
Why
that game.
not? Oh,
What do you mean?
you
Why not?
sad? You mad? It's okay.
Shut up. Anyways, we're gonna
If
move
y'all
on.
win, then what? You gonna talk? You gonna talk your crap? I know you
Look,
are.
we'll see. We'll move on to the Colts and the 49ers. This
I'm liking the
game,
Colts. I'm liking the Colts. I'm liking the Colts.
you
I'm
liking the
liking them.
Colts? Why?
I'm liking them. You know why I'm liking them?
Why?
Because this is the Colts I've been wanting to see. Step it up on defense. But then again, you got to remember they did have Jimmy Garoppolo, which is a bad quarterback for the
Yeah.
49ers. But the Colts is picking it up. And, Carson Wentz,
He's
he's
playing well.
slowly progressing. He's
He's playing
slowly
really well
progressing.
right now.
Yeah, he's slowly progressing. So,
I don't know what's going on with the 49ers though. Coming in, they were supposed to be good. Their defense was supposed to be a good defense this season, but they're slacking heavy right now, man.
yeah,
Like
they
I don't
getting
know
better.
what's going on.
Yeah.
Granted, Debo Samuel had 100 yards, but they are just not playing well. Josh Norman's getting cooked by everybody these days.
Mhm.
Um, it's just not a good time over there at San Francisco. But the Colts, man, 30-18, beating San Francisco 49ers. I don't know. I think Wentz is looking in midseason form right now. Not gonna lie,
Yeah.
which I'm pretty happy about. He
He's
looks
starting to
really
pick it up.
good.
I can see the Colts making it to the wild card if they keep it up.
That's still I would say it's early to say that, granted, because they are still 3-4.
They
But
come back now.
they it could happen. It
They
could
come back
happen.
now.
Um, yeah, I like the Colts though. I really hope the best for Carson Wentz. He he a little bit more than 50%, 150 yards, 2 touchdowns. It was a really rainy game, so they ran the ball a lot. Jonathan Taylor finally started to step up, 107 yards, 1 touchdown. And Michael Pittman is 4 receptions, 105 yards, 1 tub. They're clicking now. I think they're clicking, and it's good to see the Colts. They'll turn over a new leaf.
It was good to see Carson Wentz run out that pocket. That
Yeah, I
man
mean
there.
he looks good. He
He's
looks like
them
he's
ankles glass now.
oh yeah, miss.
Ankles too glass.
You don't miss the
I'm
glass,
surprised when
man.
he got that touchdown.
Oh man, that's so funny. I do. I think I like Winslow. I do, and I hope nothing but the best from him. I think they
I
left.
do too.
Philadelphia, even basketball and football, it's a city where their fans are gonna tell you how they feel, and if it messes with your mental, it just messes with your mental.
I got something to say though.
And he
I do
got out
got
of
some.
there.
It's kind of bad saying it. I'm gonna be honest with you. Well, I don't know. Maybe if he didn't get, I don't know. I don't know. But how I feel, my opinion is, I feel like he really didn't deserve that Super Bowl ring. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Whoa, why?
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Who, Carson Wentz?
Yes,
Why he was an MVP before he got
he was
hurt.
MVP before he got hurt.
He does.
But
He was. He's a big
I don't
reason.
think he would have beat Brady
Yes,
if
he
he
would
didn't
have.
get hurt. I
I
don't
think.
think so.
Listen, I
I
think
don't
he
think
was
so.
clicking. He was playing the best football by an MVP we've seen in a long time before he got hurt. So I think that's crap that you're gonna sit here and say he didn't deserve his ring. Um, I
He
like
deserved it because he got it now. But
he
I
played
don't feel
well.
like he would have beat Brady. I feel like Brady would have beat him.
That team was good because Wentz had that team.
Team was good. Everything was good. The
Don't
defensive
get me
line,
don't get me
the
wrong.
whole
I mean,
team was good. But
don't get me wrong. Nick Foles came in
just
and
being
played
honest,
well, but at the same time,
Nick Foles showed out,
yeah, he did. But before Nick Foles, there was Carson Wentz. There was a
and
reason.
a lot of people was doubting it. A lot of
I mean,
people
they were
say,
at what?
"Oh yeah, Patriots gonna win. They lost Carson Wentz." And Nick Foles did what? Shut the fans up. Shut
He
everybody
did. I
up.
mean, they played well. I mean, both of those quarterbacks played well that season. You can't say they didn't. I think he completely deserves that ring. Even
I don't
the
know.
crap that you're talking about, I don't know what you're talking about.
No,
But
no, it's not crap. I'm just being honest. I don't think he would be Brady even if he wasn't injured.
uh, okay. Anyway, we're gonna move on and talk about the last game of the week: the Saints
We
versus
don't
the
care
Seattle
about this
Seahawks.
game. I don't care about
Uh,
talk about it.
I want to talk about my Saints real quick. And I
Yeah,
want everybody to listen to me.
let's talk about your Saints.
Jameis Winston is not the Saints quarterback for the future.
Okay.
He's not good.
Okay.
He still makes boneheaded, dumb decisions. He still is a naive boy from Florida State. He
hate
played
it.
he played almost as worse as Geno Smith yesterday. But this is a disaster watching last night. This is a dumpster fire. Granted, it was raining. It was pouring for a majority of the second half, but this was just a mess. This just wasn't a good Saints team. I mean, like a Saints game. Granted, Alvin Kamara did have 200 yards total last night, but like our run game has been non-existent. Our passing game has been non-existent. Our offense looks very dull, disappointing, lackluster, and terrible. Like there's nothing good about our passing game to see right now. Trade deadline coming up. Michael Thomas is still out, which doesn't make sense to me. Well, it does make sense. I think the way he just performed this offseason was just poor from him. I think our team really needs to figure out how to get this offense back under control because it's just not been good.
It's not how it used to be.
It's just been bad, man. And it's very disappointing as a Saints fan. It's just bad and sad watching like this right now.
Playing against the Saints, people used to be scared of their offense. Now it's like,
Exactly.
oh, we're playing the Saints.
No one's afraid of our offense these days.
Yeah.
Seattle, their season's over. There's not really much to talk
Oh,
about for
I mean,
them.
you did say that in the beginning. You
I
said
said that
Seattle.
was my bold
You did
prediction
say
for this
that. You
season.
did say that.
Yeah. But Jameis Winston is just not that guy. And I'm and that's what I'm gonna say about the Saints, man. Like I know we're 4-2, but Jameis just isn't good. And Taysom is not a good alternative either. Saints need a world sound like established quarterback. That's what we don't have. Um, yeah, that's all I got, man. It's just disappointing, man. Our defense, though, we looked really good last night. I am proud of our defense. I honestly believe the Saints defense is one of the best in the past 5 years, or 3 to 5 years, because of we just look good. We look better. Granted, we did play the terrible Seattle Seahawks with Geno Smith and company, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Our receivers aren't good. We got Kenny Stills dropping the ball, Taquan Smith dropping the ball last night on some deep ones that were pretty easy, were catchable. Fumbled the ball a lot last night. Like I don't know, the Saints team just isn't good, y'all, and I don't know what to say. I just don't know what to do about it. Yeah, that's all I got. But I will be a Saints fan to the end of the day. I always ride it out with my team. Anything from you, Elijah, about my Saints or company?
You know, I always, get on your sayings, but I don't got nothing else to say.
I said enough, I think.
I just hope y'all make it to the postseason.
I do too. I do too.
Because you know why? You know why I want y'all to make it,
Well,
right?
right now, if the playoffs started today, we would play the Green Bay Packers.
And the Packers, how they looking now?
We'll see.
Anyways, let's move to predictions. I
Moving
don't
on
got
to
nothing.
predictions.
I want to point out something though. So let me talk about predictions. So moving on to predictions. We keep it tallies by the way. So we seeing how everybody predictions doing, how they doing good, and who's a good predictor and all that. Boom, boom, boom. So right now, in first place, we got Matt and Davion. They tied. We got
What's
38.
up?
We got 38-18, and second place is me, 37-19, and Freddie it's Freddie terrible. Freddie is 30-24. 24 losses. That's bad.
Yeah.
We haven't touched the 20s yet in losses. But I am gonna point out this. I only lost one game, week 7, and mine was the Ravens. Matt lost 4 games. He lost the Panthers, Chiefs, Dolphins, and Ravens. Davion, you only lost the Panthers and Chiefs. Freddie had a bad week 7. Freddie, 7 losses, man. You gotta do better, man. Freddie he lost with the Panthers, Chiefs, Dolphins, Seahawks, Broncos, 49ers, Ravens. That's a lot of teams I just named. Golly.
Yeah. Okay. I
That's
do
pretty
want to
bad.
say one thing real quick. Week 7, the bye weeks were the Bills, Cowboys, Jacksonville Jaguars, Chargers, Vikings, and the Steelers. Yes. But yeah. So before we give me and Elijah's predictions, I'm gonna read the text messages, or I'll read one of them. You can read
Well,
the
really, Matt,
Elijah.
I was just about to tell you that
Only Matt
we
sent
can only
his.
read off one prediction, and that's really Matt. Freddie taking forever to give his.
Yeah.
So we'll just
So
tell you if he comes next week,
yeah.
or if he don't, we'll just tell you what he told us. So yeah.
So Matt's predictions: Arizona, Bengals, Tennessee Titans, Rams, Browns, Lions, 49ers, Atlanta, Bills, Chargers, Jacksonville, Washington, Bucks, Cowboys, Chiefs. Now me, you can Elijah, we can go through and give ours. Thursday night football. Packers versus the Cardinals.
Packers.
Cardinals.
I'm going with my team. I'm finna go on my team. Like that's not even a question. Even though we do got Lazard and Adams on the COVID list, I feel like we still have the offense. It's not like okay, boom, we like the Panthers. Okay, we lose Adams, we don't got nobody. No, we still got people now. We still got Scantling, still got Robert Tonyan, we still got Aaron Jones, we still got AJ Dillon, the backup
And
running back. He's
and
he's
Rodgers
pretty
as
nice.
well.
Then we have the quarterback Aaron Rodgers. Exactly. We have a
Yeah.
goat here. Come on now, he make people look good around him. So, we still have the offense. It's not like we don't.
Yeah,
Defense wise, I'm shaky. That's the only thing I'm shaky on. Cardinals got the best. They got the better offense than us. And
the better
and their
defense as
defense good
well.
too. Their defense too. Yeah, I was gonna say their defense good too. So the only thing I'm really shaking on is defense. That's the only thing I'm really, really worried about. Is because I know how we can get on defense, how we can either
Give up.
have a ball, have a show up defense, making stop plays, interceptions, sack fumbles, crushing the O line. We can have that. We can have those type of games. Then we can just have them games where I fucking excuse my language, but oh my gosh, our corners, our secondaries, our safeties, everybody just fumbling. Everybody can't guard nobody. You can't stop people. We can't make plays. So that's the only thing I'm worried about is defense. Offense, we still got because we still got A-Rod. We still got people that he could throw it to and make plays with. So that's the only thing I'm really concerned with. But I'm going with my Packers at the end of the day. So yeah.
Yeah,
I love Cardinals too. Cardinals good, but I'm going with my Packers. I'm sorry, Cardinals.
yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna go Cardinals, just for every opposite reason he just said. Um, yeah, but moving on. Bengals, Jets. I got the Bengals.
Bengals.
Tennessee Titans, Colts. I have the Titans. Elijah.
I'm here.
Uh,
Cause I want to be different. Matt said who?
I have the Tennessee Titans.
He said Titans. I want to be different on this game.
Do you,
I'm
man?
so close. I'm so close to tying it up with y'all. So I'm gonna say Titans.
Ah, we have the Rams, Texans. I got
Rams.
the Rams.
Rams. Yeah.
Browns, Steelers. Ooh, Steelers.
I'm going with Matt Browns.
Ooh, okay. Eagles, Lions, Eagles.
I got Eagles. I don't know why he said Lions.
49ers, Bears. Ooh, I don't know.
I
Um,
want to say with the Bears.
I'll say 49ers. Next game, Falcons, Panthers. Woo.
So we got two teams. We got a team that got 3 wins, and they won like what? Like they last. Well, what's their form? They won. They won their last game. They lost, and then they won again, and then they lost. Right?
Who?
Falcons.
They've won their last two or
No, they
three.
won their last 2 games and lost one.
Yeah,
While Panthers lost 4 games in a row. And I told you I'm done with the Panthers.
I got Atlanta.
So I got Atlanta.
Next game, Bills, Dolphins, Bills.
Bills, blow.
Chargers, Patriots, Chargers.
This might be a close game.
Chargers and Patriots.
Yes, it's not.
I got the Chargers by a landslide.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because, Patriots been underdogs now. A lot of people been saying landslide, this and this and that. Patriots not gonna win, but they've been close, like making tough games and close games with people. I'm gonna go with the Chargers though.
All that just to say Chargers. Jacksonville,
Got to get a
Seahawks.
build up. No.
Jacksonville.
What?
Yeah.
Ha! I'm going with the Seahawks. Y'all funny.
Okay.
Yes.
Washington football team, Broncos.
Ooh. I'm going to Washington.
I'm gonna go. I don't know what I'm gonna go yet. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go for. Man, this is hard to me.
It is. It's gonna be a tough week 8 for me.
I don't know, man. For real, I really don't. I'm gonna go with the.
You could take the Freddie round, do undecided.
No, I'm gonna pick. I'm gonna pick. The I'll pick the Broncos. I'll pick the Broncos.
Okay.
Buccaneers, Saints.
Bucks.
At the Buccaneers. Cowboys,
Oh,
Vikings.
whoa. No, we're not going to go back to that next game. What you say? You say who you got?
I said the Buccaneers.
Oh.
You calling a spade, bro.
That's funny. All right, let's game.
Next game, I have Cowboys,
And I was just
Vikings.
talking about this game. Now, this is where I'm like iffy on because I want to say the Cowboys because Cowboys going to continue their streak. But the reason why I'm on the iffy side is because the Vikings got offense. At the end of the day, we ain't gonna stop that. They are very inconsistent, but they got offense, and there've been a lot of close games with them. It's like none of their games wasn't just blowouts. They either lost to a field goal or a touchdown. So, and they won their last two games, which they won their last two games was the Lions and Panthers, which really don't mean nothing. But like, they had a close game with the Cardinals, had a close game with the Bengals, had a close game with the Browns, had a close game with the Seahawks. Those are good teams. And if they was putting up points, high points too with them, I'll say they'll put a high points on the Cowboys because Cowboys, I guess they defense improved a lot, but they still got, here and there when they let people just get hella yards, get touchdowns on them like that. So I'm going to go with the Vikings.
Ooh. All right. All right. That's what we're going with. I'm very interested to see what happens. I do think the Cowboys will win that game though. Then the last game of the week,
But not by
Chiefs.
a landslide.
Yes. I think it'll be 34 to like 18.
No. Mm, mm. I'm gonna go with my gut, and I'm gonna lock in my answer with the. I'm gonna say Cowboys. I've been on the Cowboys streak for a minute, so I'm gonna stick with the
Bro,
Cowboys.
there's no way. Come on. You just preached for the past 15 minutes about the Vikings. You should go Vikings.
Cause this is really like I really want to choose the undecided, but I gotta pick. I need my points.
Wow. Scary.
So I'm gonna get the Cowboys.
So disappointing. But
Oh, I
yeah,
get the
the
Giants on this one. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Giants and the Chiefs, you're gonna go with the Giants?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Underdogs. Nah, I'm going with the Chiefs, of course.
Hilarious. But yeah, that's where the bye week teams next week are the Ravens and the Raiders. But yeah, that's been us for today. Thank y'all for listening. It's been a shorter episode because of the more bye week teams that they have, the less games to talk about, and we've missed a couple people today as
Missing
well.
people talk. Yeah.
But yeah, thank y'all for listening. If y'all made it to this far, it's been a really good week. Hope everyone's having a good week. Hope everybody's having a good life.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Really appreciate y'all for listening. Anything else you want to say, Elijah?
No, I just want to say stay blessed, pray up, live life, be happy. If anybody trying to bring you down, don't pay no mind. Just enjoy you,
Cut
love
them off.
yourself. That's key.
All right. Well, I've been your host, Davion.
And I've been Eli.
And this has been the post game.